What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unhinged Live. As usual, I'm your host, Patrick Hennessy. We are fresh off the Yankees' 9-1 victory against the Boston Red Sox. Hope everyone's having an awesome night. Hope everyone enjoyed the game. We did have one downside of tonight's game, but besides that, listen, chat, before we get into anything, spam those W's before we take attendance, before we take roll call. Spam those W's in the chat because the Yankees not only just won their second game, won this series against the Boston Red Sox. Let's spam those W's for that, baby. Let's go. Hope everyone enjoyed their night. Hope everyone enjoyed the game. But not only did the Yankees win these last two games against the Red Sox, they just took the damn series as well against the first-place Red Sox. Now only 7 games back of first place. We're so winning the division. It's not even funny at this point. World Series back on. AL East trophy back on. The Yankees might win 3 of the next 5 World Series at this pace. Ryan Lamar, World Series MVP. Let's go. Let's see who we got in the chat. You guys know the deal. It's time for attendance/roll call. Let's see who we got. We got a ton of people in the chat tonight, but shout out to, we got you, Elvis, Austin, John Kirk. We got Yauter's Report, Raymond Vlogs, Kent, Milo, Jose Manuel. We got Tarek, Colleen, Amy, Leanna, Nathan, Danny, Jackson, Real Slasher. Who else we got? I see Yankee Fan for Life, Bleacher Creatures, Jose, Phil, Steven, Jacob, Lori. Appreciate you all for stopping by. I can't name everybody. We'll be here just about all night. But what a game, chat. But before we kind of get into the bright side, I say we kind of got to start things off by talking about the negative. Trey Ambricky did get hurt tonight. Now, for those of you who are watching Derek's watch party, Derek texted me. He's like, Pat, we need to make sure that you're okay after the Ambricky injury. You want to, call into the watch party. I said, sure, Derek, you could give me a call. Moment of silence for Trey Ambricky, please. My man, listen, the injury could have been a lot worse. Apparently, he left the game tonight with a hamstring cramp. It sucks. It's just so brutal to see the guy work so hard to get his major league opportunity, and then it's just all taken away with just a pull of a hamstring or a cramp of the hamstring, whatever you want to call it. Hopefully, we see Ambricky come back sometime soon. Hopefully, maybe they're doing tests on him to make sure that it's not anything too serious. But if not, the Yankees are on their 7th-string outfielder at this point with Ryan Lamar. But he did hit a home run tonight. So with that being said, let's take a look at tonight's box score, starting things off with the hitting. Like I said, the Yankees did beat the Red Sox tonight 9-1. But DJ LeMahieu went 1 for 5 tonight, moving down the order. Stanton continues to struggle. He went 0 for 5 tonight. But Gary Sanchez 0 for 3 as well. Gleyber Torres might actually be starting to get hot. And it's crazy to think about because we never thought we'd get to this point. But now, Gleyber Torres is at the point where he has 2 home runs in his last 2 games. He's had 3 all season before this. Is Gleyber back? Possibly. I'm not going to get my hopes up just yet. It's only a couple games. But the Yankees need Gleyber Torres so bad right now. This would be the perfect time for the dude to start getting hot. So shout out to Gleyber. Today was, in fact, Gleyber Day. But moving down the order here, Gittins went 0 for 3. He had a walk, though. Shout out to him. But Trey Ambricky got 2 at-bats. Got injured in that second at-bat running to first. And that's when his hamstring kind of cramped up. Like I said, there's potential it could be something worse. Potential he could be back tomorrow. I have no idea. All I know, Brian Hoke reported that he left tonight's game with a cramp of his hamstring. So I guess we'll see how that goes. But, because Ambricky did get hurt, our boy, Yankee legend, Hall of Famer, first ballot without a doubt, Brett Gardner came into this game, went 1 for 2. Got to give it to Brett. Such a stud out there, such a stud. Even though he beat me in a home run derby when I was 12, but we're moving on. Rougned Odor, listen, as much as a lot of you guys hate him, I feel like he's been kind of decent lately, especially in the absence of Gio. So he went 2 for 3 tonight, big home run out of him. Listen, I know we don't really like when Rougned Odor bat flips random doubles that don't really matter, but when he bat flips absolute nukes against the Red Sox, I'll take it. Big fan of those. Ryan Lamar also. Listen, bro. This dude somehow went 2 for 3 tonight, hit a home run in the bottom of the 8th. That gave the Yankees a little bit of a cushion, especially with Chapman coming into the game. We'll talk about him in a little bit. But, and then Greg Allen as well. Another guy who just continues to rake with the Yankees. He went 1 for 2 tonight. With a walk. So listen, Greg Allen's another one of those guys. I want to start seeing him play every day. I think you give Greg Allen every day at bats, he could kind of prove that he's worth a significant value to this Yankees team. But kind of flipping things over to the pitching side of things, I really want to take some time to talk about Jameson Taillon and his performance tonight. But before we do that, shout out to Wes Niles with the $2 dono. Appreciate you so much, Wes. He says, is it me? But Boston complained about everything. And I was watching the game tonight, and I said the exact same thing. The Boston Red Sox complain about every single thing. They could have a ball that's literally a centimeter off the plate, and they'll be like, bro, it's not a strike. Shut up. Christian Vasquez, take your red eye black and go back to Boston, because literally no one likes you. Maybe Red Sox fans like you, but like I don't think one person in the league who's not a Red Sox fan even knows your name. So just disappear, bro. Complain about a red pointer in the outfield. Like, relax. And also, can we take a second? What was wrong with the umpire? Out of nowhere, I think it was the 8th inning, this dude literally just hurls over. And he's like, oh, my back. My back. It's almost like your job isn't to bend over for 3 hours every night. That guy is my new least favorite person. Listen, I know, like, he might have back issues or whatever. Then maybe you shouldn't be a damn umpire, buddy. I'm sorry. It's the truth. Listen. Let's get into the pitching side of things here before I get way too off topic. It's a little bit too early to get off topic, but I'm sure we'll get there eventually. Taillon. Another great performance from Jameson Taillon tonight. I would have liked to see him go a little bit deeper into the game, but it was pretty obvious that he was running out of gas as he went on. But he went 5 1/3, didn't give up a single earned run. You would have liked to see a little bit more Ks from him. He only had 3 Ks, but he had 2 walks as well. Decent performance from Taillon, and I said it before the game in the pregame. If Taillon had another good start tonight, I was going to go on the record of saying that he's like a solidified option in the Yankees rotation. You could even call him their number 2 right now. And I think right now I'm going on the record and saying Jameson Taillon is the Yankees' number 2. I think that's the only way of putting it, especially with Cortez on the IL with COVID, Sevy still working his way back, Kluber still working his way back. I think Taillon's the Yankees' number 2. Simple as that. But then after that, Chad Green came in, did what Chad Green usually does, an inning of 2/3 of absolute clean baseball. And then after that, it started getting shaky for the Yankees, honestly. Zach Britton came in. I don't know what it is with Britton this year. I don't know if he's still, struggling through injuries. He's been on the IL, I feel like, 15,000 times. But he only recorded 2 outs, gave up an earned run, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. His ERA this season is 5.4. I don't know when Zach Britton's going to start locking it down for the Yankees, but we just haven't seen it so far this year, whether if it's injuries or rust or whatever it is. We just haven't seen Britton be Zach Britton this year. Then Licky came in and recorded the final out of that inning. And we saw our boy, Aroldis Chapman in the 9th. I'm not going to lie. The first batter, Kevin Plawecki, hit an absolute laser to Brett Gardner in center field. Brett did make the catch of the year. Shout out to Brett Gardner. We love you, Brett. But, after that at bat, I was kind of like, well, Chapman sucks. But he retired the next 2 guys pretty damn easily. So, are we going to say Chapman's back? No. But was this positive heading towards as the season goes on, that Chapman could possibly return to somewhat normal? Maybe. Shout out to Chappie. We love you, Chappie. But you guys know the deal. Time to switch over to the mainframe now. You guys know, hit me with your questions, comments, concerns, topics you want to hit on. We're going to go a decent amount of time on this postgame, so let me know what you guys want to talk about, and we'll talk about it. Let's go. Let's see what you guys already have thrown in the chat here. Word Lifer says, Taillon has always been good, just takes a while after Tommy John, let alone 2. I get it. We knew going into the season that Jameson Taillon was going to need a little bit of time in order to get himself acclimated on the mound once again, right? We didn't necessarily think that it was going to take him until the middle of July, but it seems like that's the case. And I guess, you could use a saying better late than never, right? So I was kind of expecting Taillon to kind of get comfortable on the mound starting maybe May, maybe June the latest, but we're in July. He's starting to come around. If they could use him for the postseason after they win the division, that would be fantastic. But let's see what else we got here. I saw someone Danny said, Pat, is this the new next man up? This is the only thing that I was ever thinking about. And we were actually talking about this a little bit before the Yankees had the whole COVID situation, right? We mentioned in 2019 the Yankees sucked for the first, 20 games or so of the season until everyone got hurt. Then they had the whole next man up mentality. The team changed completely. They went on a complete roll with these guys who were third stringers. And I was like, maybe that's what the Yankees need this year. Maybe they need some fresh faces in that lineup to kind of inject some new life and maybe just give them a different style of play that they're not used to. And it seems like that's what's happening. I feel like you bring in these fresh faces who are just play different type of baseball, right? You can't compare the way Greg Allen, Ryan Lamar, and Hoy-Jun Park play baseball compared to Luke Voit, Gary Sanchez, and Gleyber Torres. It's just 3 names thrown out there. It's much more of a small ball type approach because, Ryan Lamar's not hitting the ball 500 feet, even though he did have a home run tonight. But I don't know. This could be the next man up. I don't know. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see how it plays out. But I actually find it pretty ironic that the first time the Yankees beat the Red Sox in a series this season was with the Scranton Rail Riders, essentially. Because looking at the Yankees lineup tonight, they had about 4 guys in the lineup who were with the Rail Riders last week. Unbelievable. You love to see it. You really do. But let's see what else we got in the chat here. We got a lot of good comments. Tarek says, hey, Pat, great win. Is your confidence level back up? Yeah, I mean, my confidence... Listen, you guys remember this from the pregame. I was amped up for tonight's game. And my confidence level, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say I'm at like a 7. I would probably be at a 10 if like we were doing this with our regular guys. But I'm still a little bit skeptical because I'm not completely confident in this team. But chat, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being super confident, how confident are you guys in the Yankees moving forward now? Because now tomorrow's an off day. Pat and Dan show tomorrow night at 9 p.m., by the way. But then they start a little 2-game series with Philly on Tuesday and Wednesday in Philly. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they go to Boston for a 4-game series there. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they handle that Boston series in Boston. Very interesting. But let's see what else we got here. Nathan says, yo, can you shout out my friend Evan? He's always on your chat. Yo, shout out to Evan. Evan, you're an absolute beast. You're a legend. You're an animal. Appreciate you. Let's see. Andrew says, shout out to Andrew Allen. He says, just want to thank you, Pat. Really fun watching these lives after the game. Through thick and thin, you're the man, Pat. You're the man, Andrew. Andrew, you make me happy after the games. Let's go. Appreciate you. I said this time in, time again. No matter how bad the Yankees are, no matter how good the Yankees are, we're here for the post games, bro. Let's go. You guys are throwing in numbers as far as how confident you are. I see 6.5. Interesting. 7, 6, 6, 10. Not so family fun vision. Super confident in this team, I guess. I see 10, 11, 4, 6.7. Marcus is very precise with his numbers, I guess. 6, 7, 15. Tarek is very confident. I don't even know, bro. Whatever. Listen, shout out to Jesus Chavez with the $2 dono. Appreciate you, Jesus. Give me those Brian Ferry runs for Jesus. Bang, bang, bang. Let's go. He says, Trey reminds me of Clint. They both suck. Alan, thumbs up. Oh, my God, Jesus. Jesus, I want to like you, bro. I want to like you. But it just seems like Jesus looks at any player that I like, and he's like, yo, I hate him just because Pat likes him. Jesus, you hurt my heart, bro. You took my heart, snapped it in half, threw it in the garbage. No, there's no Trey hate tolerated in this chat. Johnny, mod of the century, any Trey hate, time him out. You know the deal. No Trey hate. I want to donate my hamstring to Trey Ambergy. If anybody knows like the number I need to call in order to get my hamstring over to Trey within like a certain amount of time, send that number in the chat because I'll call them right now and get that done. Listen, also shout out to Miguel Batista with the $2 dono. Appreciate you, Miguel. Could call you Miggy, I guess. He says Odor changed his batting stance. Noticed that today. I honestly didn't notice that he changed his batting stance. It's something that I'd probably have to like do like a little side by side of and see. But listen, if Odor's changing his batting stance and that's probably the reason as to why he's improved at the plate. Also, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like Odor's been much more confident at the plate. I feel like he's just looking at a lot more pitches. He's not swinging at pitches that are 15 feet out of the strike zone. But yeah, I don't know. Shout out to Rougned Odor because, I mean, in the absence of Gio Urshela, you're really going to need him to come through. But also, listen, shout out to Jesus, my arch enemy, I guess, with another $2 dono. Appreciate you, Jesus. Give me those Brian Ferry guns. Bang, bang, bang. Appreciate you. He says, I agreed with you on Dietrich. Ambergy sucks. How dare you? How dare you? You're pitiful, bro. Pitiful. Jesus is down bad. Down bad, Jesus. Yeah, just like Andrew Allen said, bro. Come on, man. Trey's a friend of the show. Made an appearance. Can't disrespect the man. Literally no Trey hate tolerated. Get out of here with that. You could go into some other chat. You could go into some other stream with that, you bozo. But let's see what else we got. William says, once Judge, Gio, Higgy, Cortez, Loaiza, and Peralta come back, send down Trey, Park, Bradley, Wade, Krisky, DFA, Peralta, and keep Abreu in the bullpen. Sure. I mean, that's a lot of names that I just rattled off there. I guess I agree with you. 1,000%. Go for it. Jesus with another $2 dono. Appreciate you, Jesus. Jesus is emptying his pockets tonight. Give me those Brian Ferrells one more time for Jesus. Bang, bang, bang. Let's go. He says, I love you, Pat. Jesus, I wish I could say the same about you. Can't say I love anybody who hates Trey Ambergy. Sorry. Happens. Let's see. Disgruntled YouTuber says, Odor's a legend. Bunt to start a rally and put the game away with a 2-run home run. Listen, this is something that's super underrated as well. Bro, the bunt from Rougned Odor is something that made me so happy simply because it's something that we haven't really seen the Yankees utilize this season. And I think with this new next man up 2.0 mentality, maybe that we're going to start to see a little bit more like bunts. And we saw 2 stolen bases tonight, so that's something. But I think we're going to start to see a little bit more small ball as far as the Yankees go, just because they have guys who can kind of take advantage of it a little bit more. You know what I mean? But I think that's kind of the direction that we're heading in for now. Until we get Judge back. I really miss Aaron Judge. Judge, if you're watching this, please come home. Patrick misses you. Yeah, I talked about myself in the third person. What are you guys going to do about it? Absolutely nothing. But let's see what we got here. Amy says, Pat, Trey should join the Unhinged team. You know, I wish he would, but the issue is he's an outfielder for the New York Yankees. So I think he might have like a few better things to do with his time. But, yeah, you know. Hey, Jose Manuel, I don't know if this is like a sarcastic comment. He says, Pat, you look like Dan from Yankees Avenue. Don't know if you know who he is. Hashtag, huh? Huh? Are you not aware of the Pat and Dan show? Like, you know, every Monday and Thursday, like, live on this channel. You know. Okay, moving on. Alexander said, they said on the broadcast they can do it with this lineup. Do what with this lineup? I don't know what you're talking. I need context. Sorry. Listen, also, shout out to Jesus with another $2 dono. Appreciate you so much, Jesus. Kills Brian Fingers once again. Bang, bang, bang. He says, Greg Allen, full-time center fielder, Ambergy left field, Judge right field. Nice. Huh? So all of a sudden you want Ambergy to start now, Jesus? He's in the Ambergy fan club once again. Round of applause to Jesus. He might have departed for a good 5 minutes, but I guess he's back. He wants Ambergy as the left fielder. I appreciate you now, Jesus. You're the man I could say now. I love you, Jesus. Thank you. Also, once again, shout out to Yalter's report with the $2 dono. Appreciate you, Yalters. I don't know what Yalters mean, but I still appreciate it. He says, incoming giraffe neck Mark and Red Sox fan about the light. Listen, if any doofus out there. Also, before I get into my little rant, bang, 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 give me those Brian Finger guns. But before any doofus out there starts saying that the light at Yankee Stadium today was the Yankees trying to relay signs, you're a certified bozo. Walk into the bathroom, look into the mirror, and say, I'm a certified bozo. You're probably a Red Sox fan. You're probably an Astros fan. Your team cheats. Our team doesn't. We might, but we get away with it, I guess. I don't know. But listen, Giraffe Neck Mark popping champagne bottles when the Yankees get eliminated from the postseason. If that's not the definition of down bad, I don't know what the definition of down bad is. Just saying. FJ says, what did A-Rod say about Gallo? I believe A-Rod said that the Yankees don't necessarily have any space in their outfield for Gallo right now. I don't know. Listen, it's a very rare L take from A-Rod. Very rare. Because A-Rod usually has I like what A-Rod says most of the time. But to say that the Yankees have no space for Joey Gallo right now, maybe he's assuming when the Yankees are fully healthy again, but right now they're not, so I don't know. Listen, all I know is that I would love Joey Gallo in the Bronx. The dude would hit 50 home runs easily, and you put a monster left-handed bat in Yankee Stadium, he's going to rake. Simple as that. But once again, shout out to Jesus with yet another $2 dono from Jesus. Bang, bang, give me those Brian Finger guns, bro. Let's go. He says, sorry, I meant Lamar out in left field, LLJK. You know you didn't. You know deep down you like Ambergy, bro. I don't know, listen, I don't know how anyone can not like Trey Ambergy. If you do, bro, just relax. Just relax. Let's see what else we got here. William says, I completely agree that we do not need Gallo. We need more Allen Lamar. I'll tell you guys what. Ryan Lamar, Greg Allen, they seem like cute options right now, right? But I'll tell you guys this. As time goes on, you need to insert some sort of firepower into that lineup. Now, whether if that's Joey Gallo, whether if that's... Who else is even out there? What other hitters could you even acquire that are out there, chat? Because Ketel Marte, I don't know what the deal is with him. I think he's still hurt, to be honest with you. I don't know any other bats that are going to be available at this year's trade deadline. Eduardo Escobar... You can't put him in the same class as like a Joey Gallo. Maybe Adam Frazier, Starling Marte, possibly. The Yankees are going to have to take on some serious money with Starling, though. I don't know when he's a free agent. Maybe at the end of the season. I don't know. Cameron says Michael Brantley. Listen, you guys know, I was such a heavy advocate for Michael Brantley at the end of he was a free agent this past season. I was such a heavy advocate, but the Yankees decided that they were cool in their outfield. They didn't want to bring him in. They were better off bringing in Jay Bruce and Brett Gardner. So I don't know, but the Yankees would love a guy like Michael Brantley. Maybe Brian Reynolds, but I don't know if the Pirates are going to deal him. I don't know. The Yankees are in a really weird situation, but bottom line, they could really use a left-handed outfielder for sure. Listen, shout out to Miguel Batista with another $2 dono. Appreciate you, Miggy. He says, A-Rod said they don't need another swing and miss guy. I get that. Listen, I agree with that to a point. But also at the same time, when there's not necessarily like a contact hitter out there who's going to give you like a 330 average, you kind of have to settle for what's out there. So if you could get Joey Gallo for a pretty decent price, you have to pull the trigger. If you're not pulling the trigger on a deal for Joey Gallo, let's say you have to give up, I don't know, Clark Schmidt, Clint Frazier, and Tyler Wade. You would probably have to give up a little bit more, but let's say that's the hypothetical package. I'm making that deal 1,001 times out of 1,000. Yeah, I went one extra because I don't know math, but that's fine. Martin says, Pat, did you hear that the Astros are interested in Mad Max, bro? I don't want them to get him. I didn't see that, but to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if they did. It would probably be like another 2017, 2019. It seems like every year the Astros get a pitcher. 2017, they got Verlander. 2018, they got Cole. 2019, they got Greinke. 2020, you could say they just got McCullers back. 2021, it would be great to top it off by acquiring Max Scherzer, no? If the Astros get Max Scherzer, I'll be sick to my stomach, but at the same time, I wouldn't be too surprised because, the Yankees basically have no shot of getting him. I think that he said he's only, I think he has to approve a trade, but I think he said he's only going to do it if they sign him to an extension or something. I don't, all I know is that the Yankees aren't signing him to an extension, so therefore, probably will not be seeing Mad Max in the Bronx, unfortunately, but it is what it is. THG says, I've been on the Benintendi wagon. I'm on the Benintendi wagon. I'm down with that. You guys know I love Andrew Benintendi. I don't know how he's performing this year in Unhinged KC over there. But let me see if I can pop up his numbers real quick. I'm pretty sure he's having a solid year. Definitely a bounce back year from last year when he was... I think he had a down year with the Red Sox, and that's when they traded him. But yeah, I mean, he's batting 273, 324 on base, 753 OPS, 10 home runs, 35 RBIs. I mean, those are numbers that would only go up in Yankee Stadium. We know for a fact that Andrew Benintendi rakes in Yankee Stadium, so I wouldn't be shocked to see those numbers go up tremendously if he came to the Bronx. Shout out to Phil Castle with the $2 dono. Appreciate you, my man. Give me those Brian Fearing guns. Bang, bang, bang. Let's go. He says, Stanton is becoming a waste and needs to sit a bit. Well, I think the off day tomorrow is going to be a huge help for Giancarlo Stanton. Listen, we know Stanton is one of those guys. The Yankees just have so many streaky hitters in the lineup to the point where you're almost guaranteed that after you have like a hot streak from Giancarlo Stanton or Gary Sanchez, you're going to be getting a very cold streak from them very soon. And that's kind of what's happening with Gary, or what's been happening with Gary over the past couple weeks. He had a spectacular month of June, and we were kind of expecting him to cool down in the month of July, and that's what's happening now. But then I'm expecting him to have a monster month of August. That's just how these guys go. Maybe the off day tomorrow can kind of help Gary and Stanton reset a little bit maybe. They could go into the Philly series with some confidence and then take that confidence into Boston. I don't know, bro. We'll see. Big Brain Borg says, Pat, how do you feel about this pitching? Not too confident. If I'm not sugarcoating my answer, no, I'm not too confident in the Yankees pitching right now. After Cole, sure, you could make the argument that Tyone's kind of proving himself in the rotation now. Sure. It's only 3 starts, though. I'm not going to get too excited about it, but you can give him credit where credit's due. But then after that, question mark after question mark after question mark. Domingo Germán, I don't know what the deal is with him. He's been used out of the bullpen 3 straight appearances. The assumption is he's not going to be used as a reliever. I guess maybe his next start will be Boston, maybe the last game of the Phillies series. I don't know how the rotation schedule is going to be working out. But then Jordan Montgomery, you never know what to expect out of him, bro. He's probably the most inconsistent guy in the Yankees rotation. I stand by that. One game, he'll come out, 6 innings, 1-run ball. Next start, bro, he'll give up like 5 in the first. I don't know what it is with Monty, but he seems like he always has that one rough inning. And then he could just, I don't know. It happened last night, right? He went 6 solid, but he had that rough second inning where he gave up 3 runs, and that's just kind of the story of Monty's season, and it never really helps him gain any sort of consistency. But it is what it is. Yankee Fan for Life says, I looked on baseball trade value, and in order to get Gallo, we would need to give the Rangers Garcia, King, Medina, Siegler, and Voit. I know baseball trade value is kind of like a good platform to use as far as like utilizing trade scenarios, but I think that's a lot. I definitely don't think you'd have to give up that much in order to get Joey Gallo. You're not giving up Deivi Garcia, Michael King, Luis Medina, Anthony Siegler, and Luke Voit just for Joey Gallo. You're not. I'm sorry. I'd say pick 3 of those guys. Pick 3 of those guys, and that probably gets the deal done. Maybe throw in like some random lower level prospect, and then it definitely gets the deal done. Phil Castle says, stand at DH and not producing. I'd much rather see Sanchez at DH once Higgy comes back. No. I'm sorry. You cannot bench Giancarlo Stanton for Kyle Higashioka. If you guys think that Giancarlo Stanton's providing you no offensive production, wait until you see Higgy get everyday at-bats. I know like everyone loves Kyle Higashioka. He's cool. But he's not a guy you want getting everyday at-bats. I'm sorry. It's the truth. It is what it is. CC Art says, Pat, how's your day going? Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. My day's going fantastic. How about you, brother? How about you? Yolva says, we're good. We need one more starter in a trade. I've said this. I would genuinely love to see the Yankees make a trade and acquire a starting pitcher and a left-handed bat. Now, the perfect scenario would be making a deal with the Rangers and kind of getting that 2-for-1 kind of special there and acquiring Joey Gallo and Kyle Gibson. And in that case, you get your left-handed bat and your starting pitcher in one trade. Just saying. I don't know what you would have to give up. I'm assuming it might be like a king's ransom, but maybe a pretty similar deal to what the dude mentioned before, as far as like Garcia, Siegler, Voit, King. Maybe that's probably what would get the deal done. I don't think he'd give up Medina. That's still kind of way too much. But I have no idea. I'm not a general manager. I have no clue. Listen. Also, shout out to Jesus Chavez with yet another $2 dono from Jesus. Appreciate you, my man. He says, we need to get rid of Stanton. Thoughts on Marte? All I know is give me those Brian Ferry guns for Jesus. Bang, bang, bang. Let's go. I would like to get rid of Stanton. Sure. But there's nothing you could do with him. 1, no one's taken on that contract. 2, he's under contract for a very long time. 3, there's nothing you could do with him. It's as simple as that. So he's just going to be on the Yankees for a long time to come. Apparently, Boone said that we're on the horizon of seeing him play the outfield. I don't know if that means we're going to see him play the outfield in the Boston series. That might make the most sense. Maybe they'll have him play a couple innings out there for the Philly series so he doesn't have to sit out for the next 3 days. Because, chat, let's not forget, the Yankees are going to Philly. So, there's no DH. Keep that in mind. So, if the Yankees want Giancarlo Stanton to play at all this series, they're going to have to throw him in the field. So, maybe we see him out there a little bit just to kind of get his feet wet. KG Baseball says, Pat, do you like that T-Mobile commercial with Judge and Stanton? I do. But you guys know which commercial I like more. The one from the All-Star game with like all the players getting in the car and then going on the road trip or whatever. Cole and Judge were in the same... Bro, he definitely gave him COVID. How did Judge not give Cole COVID? Cole COVID, say that 10 times fast. Tongue twister. Let's see. Futai says it's a home game, I believe. Is it a home game? If it's a home game, then I'm just stupid. Oh, it's a home game. Chat, I'm actually stupid. They played in Philly earlier this season, right? So now Philly's coming here. Literally scratch everything that I just said the last 5 minutes. Everything I said the last 5 minutes of like, oh, Giancarlo Stanton won't play this series unless they play him in the field. Scratch that off your list. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Aren't you guys so glad you come here for like quality information? Anyone who like had tickets for this week, the series against Philly, they're like, wait, like, did I buy tickets to Philly? No, like I'm just unhinged confused right now, as Antonio just said. Taco Nacho, nice name. He says, Pat, thoughts on this? Left field Gallo, center field Allen, right field Judge. I think someone else suggested that before. I'm down with that 1,000%. I think Greg Allen should maybe be the Yankees starting center fielder. I know, crazy to say. I think if you have Gardner as your fourth outfielder and then you kind of start Allen out there for the majority of the games in center field, I'm down with that. Chad, I'm sorry if you guys aren't a fan. I'm a fan of that. Actually, I think you guys would be a fan. Anything that kind of gets Gardy out of the lineup, I think you guys would like that. So, I don't know. Mike says, play Stan in the field. Let's remove the DP strikeout routine from the lineup. Well, why would that remove the DP strikeout routine? Because Stan's still going to be in the lineup. So, I mean, I don't know, chat. All I know is that the pitching matchups as far as the Philly series goes, I don't know if they're announced yet, but I'll try to pull it up to see if we could find that out real quick. Okay, so Tuesday is Herman versus Nola. Should be a decent matchup. So we are going to see Herman finally start on Tuesday. Barring any craziness, it seems like there's always some craziness that goes down on Domingo Herman start day. Whether if that's an emergency root canal or a rain out or a COVID out, I have no idea. And then Wednesday, it's TBD. So I guess we'll kind of find out. But I don't know. Also, listen, shout out to Leanna with the $5 dono. Appreciate you so much, Leanna. Give me those Brian Ferry guns for Leanna. Bang, bang, bang. Let's go. She says, what about Gallo and Gibson from the Rangers or Berrios and Max Kepler from the Twins? Also, Trey may have a hamstring strain or a cramp they don't know yet. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping it's not a strain. If it's a strain, he's obviously going to be going on the IL. And I hope it's not true, but that might be the last we'll see of Trey Ambrose in the Bronx. Because by the time he gets off the IL, I'm assuming Judge and Andujar will both be back, so the Yankees outfield will be looking pretty decent. I'm hoping it's a cramp, and tomorrow he could have the off day, and then maybe we see him start on Tuesday against Philly. I don't know. But yeah, appreciate the dono, Leanna. She said, what about Gallo and Gibson from the Rangers or Berrios and Kepler? Chat, which one would you guys prefer? The Rangers trade and get Gallo and Gibson, or the Twins trade and get Berrios and Kepler? I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think I'm taking the Rangers trade here. I think Gallo is better than Kepler, and I think if you look at the stats this season, Gibson is better than Berrios. I think as far as like the ceiling goes, I think Berrios has a higher ceiling than Gibson, but I think if we're kind of just looking at this immediate future this season, I think I got to go with the Rangers because, bro, Joey Gallo is levels above Max Kepler, and so far if you look at the numbers, Kyle Gibson, better than Jose Berrios. Simple as that. Cross that off your list. Mark it in your calendars. William Flores says, Gardner should retire. Let's get #period. You guys want to have like a Gardy retirement party? I think once Brett Gardner finally announces his retirement, I think what we're going to do is we're going to hop on stream. I'll be like, I have party poppers, whatever. We're popping party poppers. We're popping champagne, whatever. It's a Gardy retirement party. That's all he really wants. He said he wants to retire in front of the fans. So we'll give him a party. We'll give him a nice send-off. For sure. Futai says, I like the hit and runs and putting runners in motion. Maybe Boone does better with those teams. I guess. Because he did pretty damn good with them in 2019. But it's just so strange because the Yankees never seem to do good with, they never seem to utilize that when they have their main team on the field. Now, I don't know if that's because they're just not capable of doing so. But I think we saw it a little bit more often when we saw, Hicks in the lineup when Gardner actually used to be good and wasn't a waste of space. Just saying. I don't know. But let's see what else we got going on here. Jackson says Stanton doesn't want to sit out versus Miami in a week or so they want to get him outfield reps. Wait, we're going to Miami next week? Chad, are we going to Miami? Someone might have to call Will Smith. We might be going to Miami. Wait, all right, wait. Hold the phone here, because the Yankees have 2 games against the Phillies in the Bronx, and then 4 in Boston, and then they go to Tampa. Oh, okay, so they go to Tampa for 3, and then Miami for 3. We're going to Miami, Chad. We're going to friggin' Miami. Let's go. Let's see. Tarek says Rangers trade, but they would want more from us. The Twins trade may be better value. That's probably true. The Twins trade, like I said, it's better value, especially going towards long term. Because I think, if I could be wrong, but I think Berrios and Kepler have more control than Gibson and Gallo. Once again, chat, don't quote me on that. I could be wrong, but I think that's the truth. Programmer Logic says the Gardy hate is a bit much on the same night that he sacrificed his body for Chapman. Or is that what we're calling that catch? Sacrificing his body for Chapman? That's what we're calling it? That's what you want to go for it? Okay, sure, go for it. Okay, Gardy, gold glove Gardy. Okay, GGG. Jalen says, is it me or I know this has something to do with Tyler Wade. He says, is it me, but our outfield should be Wade in left, Gallo in center, Judge in right, or put Wade at second or shortstop? I'm going to be honest with you, Jalen. Tyler Wade has no place in the Yankees starting lineup when they're fully healthy. Especially if you acquire Joey Gallo. I couldn't imagine a Yankees outfield, if they acquire Joey Gallo, consisting of Tyler Wade in left field, Joey Gallo in center, and Judge in right. That's just not I'm sorry. I know. Listen, Jalen, I know you love Tyler Wade. I like him on the bench as well. He's not starting on this team. I apologize. And Antonio just said no one cares about loyalty. I know I don't. Nostalgia, don't care. Loyalty, don't care. Brett Gardner, goodbye. Gentis says you should look at Nick Gordon. He's a center fielder, a rookie, and is similar to Benintendi. He's on the Twins, no? I'm pretty sure he's D. Gordon's brother. I remember when the dude was drafted. Maybe 2014? I know he was drafted by the Twins. I don't know if he got traded. What? I look up Nick Gordon. Some crazy stuff came up. Oh, yeah, Nick Gordon is on the Twins. So he's batting, 262, 304 on base, 674 OPS. I mean, he's not really having that great of a season. I think he just made his debut this year, though. So, I mean, he's a guy who has a high ceiling, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to deal a big package just to get Nick Gordon. The Yankees need a guy who they can't wait a few years to wait for him to develop, right? They need a guy who literally can change the landscape of this team on day one. And I think there's only a handful of guys across the league who you insert into this lineup, and they can change the Yankees day one. And I think Joey Gallo is one of those guys. I don't necessarily think Max Kepler is one of those guys, especially because, he's not having that great of a year. If Max Kepler was putting up, 2019 numbers, where I'm pretty sure he hit, over 30 home runs, sure, I would consider him, a game-changing bat from day one. But I don't know if he is now. I don't know. Raymond Vlog says, Pat, will you stream on the trade deadline? 100%. I'm pretty sure the trade deadline ends at 3. So, chat, I'll probably go live on trade deadline day, which is about 2 weeks from now. Trade deadline's on the 30th this year, according to Amy, not the 31st. So, I mean, I believe it ends at 3 p.m. on July 30th. So, I guess what we'll do is we'll go live starting at 1 p.m. I'll go live for 2 hours. And we'll do a little trade deadline stream. We'll recap all the trades that are going down, all the rumors that are going down. Last hour of the trade deadline is usually the most fun anyway. So, we'll be on stream for that. And then if the Yankees play that day, we'll hop on a pregame later on in the day. Stolen memes of the week says Yankees need Puig. Isn't Puig playing in Mexico or something? He hasn't been in the league in 3 years. He's literally been blackballed from the MLB. It's a shame, but it is what it is. I guess that happens when teams just don't want him in their clubhouse. Simple as that. Taco Nacho says, Pat, Yankees trade deadline prediction on the spot. I don't know. The optimistic side of me is telling me, yeah, we're going to go out, we're going to acquire a Joey Gallo, we're going to acquire a Joey Gallo and Kyle Gibson or a Jose Barrios. But deep down inside, I'm just feeling like that's not the case. Now, I don't know if that's just because I'm kind of scarred from years past, last year when the Yankees did nothing, 2019 when the Yankees did nothing. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I think at this rate, I think the Yankees are going to neither buy nor sell. I think they're kind of just going to settle with the team they have. They're going to look forward to getting all the guys back from the COVID IL. They're going to look forward to getting Sevy back, who honestly threw 30 pitches today. He should probably be back in about 3 weeks or so, barring any setbacks. They're waiting for Kluber to get back. They're waiting on Britton to kind of come alive, Chapman to come alive. Loaiza just came off the COVID IL. So the Yankees are definitely trending in the right direction. You just took 2 out of 3 from Boston. Now you got the off day tomorrow to kind of just marinate in your greatness, I guess. I don't know. All I know is, chat, that is going to be wrapping things up for today's postgame. Like I said, the Yankees took 2 out of 3 from the Boston Red Sox. We can end off tonight by spamming some more W's in the chat. You love to see it. But you guys know the deal. Check out the link at the top of the comment here. You guys could join the Unhinged community. Unhinged, the Discord, where it's a fun group chat with a bunch of Yankee fans. But with that being said, check out all other links in the description as well. Newsbreak posting exclusive content on there. New merchandise at unhingedclothing.shop. Bunch of $10 t-shirts going on there. I will see you guys tomorrow. Pat and Dan Show, episode 8, I believe we're on live at 9 p.m. on this channel, so stay tuned for that content. Like I always say, we're going live before and after every single Yankees game this season. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more. I will see you guys next time. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. See you tomorrow 9 p.m. for Pat and Dan Show live. Peace. Have a good night, everyone.